A very good afternoon, guys. My name is Rutger, and today I will be hosting the Daily Market Outlook. And of course, we will be starting off with the dollar index. And what we can see on the dollar index is that we have reacted to this daily supply zone, and especially this refined imbalance within the market. And since then, we have been correcting back into this daily demand zone, which we might see a possible reaction of before seeing any continuation within this last leg up. So when we look at the 4-hour, we can clearly see we had a little reaction after grabbing the liquidity underneath these lows, but this wasn't really enough to push price any higher, and we can now see price is correcting lower back into the demand zone. And I think this correction can even go to the discount levels and deeper into this demand zone before we see a possible reversal and then trade it back into the highs. So for now, my expectation is that we can see lower prices on the dollar index, especially in this refined zone, and also because we have broken the fractal low now, so price should continue down lower from here, which also means we can go long on the dollar pairs, starting with euro dollar. We are of course swing bearish, and we see after taking this liquidity and reacting of this demand zone, we have been correcting back into the highs. We can clearly see the bullish order flow is now holding. We had a tap in this sell before the buy, tap in, tap out, and we are currently trading higher. And where will this retracement go to? Well, we can probably trade back into the premium levels and take out the liquidity over here as well before we might see a possible reversal. So for now, still looking for further longs on euro dollar. When we look at the 4-hour, we see we are swing bearish, and of course after a swing BOS, we can trade a pullback, which we are currently doing. We are also seeing bullish fractal structure and still some liquidity and an open supply zone, of course. So if price would trade back into this demand zone, I would be happy to go and get further longs back into the highs. So this is my expectation for euro dollar. Looking at pound dollar, a bit of the same story. Of course, we reacted off this demand zone, and we got a steep impulse back into the highs, taking out this liquidity, and we are currently trading in this daily supply zone. When looking at the discount levels, we can see when we look at the last leg down, this supply zone aligns perfectly with the premium levels. So I would be happy to look for high probability shorts over here. But of course, we know the market is not perfect, so we could also see possible shorts from here. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, we can see we are also swing bearish over there. We took out this liquidity as expected. So price has been moving very impulsively. So for now, I'm waiting because news is also coming up in 2.5 hours. And of course, we would have to see a shift in the fractal structure before going short. And if price would trade back into this sell before the buy, we could start looking for longs. So waiting for further development on GBPUSD. Looking at AUDUSD, we of course had a beautiful swing BOS. We had a first step in the demand zone, but we know this is usually early buyers. We got the swipe, and we then got the reaction and the correction we expected. So we are currently trading in the supply zone and also in the premium levels. So AUDUSD, we can already see a high probability short forming maybe today, or otherwise we could see it tomorrow. Looking at the 4-hour, we are also swing bearish. We are now swiping the early sellers over here, and after this swipe we could start looking for a short because we have all the confluences we need for a high probability short. Also, AUDUSD is less correlated to the dollar index, so I think we can see a good short from here. We also left this liquidity over here, and we have this demand zone, which is still fresh and open. So these are definitely good targets to trade to tomorrow and today. Looking at USD CAD, a bit of the same story as well. Reacted off this daily supply zone, took out this liquidity, and we should now reach this overall sell before the buy, which is also a daily demand zone. We did already react after taking out this liquidity, which we can see on the 4-hour time frame. We are still bullish, and we also see bullish fractal structure now, so we might get a reaction of this zone. But I also see it trading down lower, taking out these lows as liquidity, and then seeing a reversal, because we do leave a lot of liquidity over here. So definitely we'll be looking for longs towards the end of the week and into next week as well. So looking at the yen basket, this is just a perfect example of a falling knife. We can see price is just impulsing very hard into the downside, so you don't want to long this. We also see no clear supply zones nearby. We have this imbalanced candle, and we have this clear buy before the sell, which we should first reach before taking any new shorts. So not trading the yen basket today, and also no yen pairs. So looking at EURUSD is looking nice. Why? Because we took out the liquidity above these highs, and we could now trade down lower to take out the liquidity underneath these lows. We are also swing bearish, and we have bearish order flow. So I think we can see lower prices. So what do we see? Well, we see a weak low over here. Why? Because it was a tap in and tap out. Early buyers coming off this demand zone. So I think we can expect a second tap into the demand zone, liquidating all the early buyers. But why I can also see further downside continuation, because we are still swing bearish. So looking at the lower time frame, on the 1 hour we have a clear buy before the sell, which we can still trade to. And when we trade in there, we can look for the entry model to then go short to take out the early buyers. So that's what I'm looking at on EURUSD. GBPUSD is also looking good. We had a second tap into the demand zone on the daily over here. These were of course early buyers, so we did swipe them. But when looking on the lower time frame, on the 4 hour, what we can see is that we are swing bearish over here, and this is still a weak high, or a weak low, a weak low for me. Also, when we look at the overall premium versus discount, we see we have this refined demand open over here, and the discount levels haven't been hit. So I can see some downside continuation still on GBPUSD. Also, we have bearish order flow, so if the trend and the order flow was to continue, we should see lower prices. So still looking for shorts on this pair. Looking at the Canadian pairs, Euro CAD still looking good. We have some bullish order flow, but the sellers are also still maintaining their strength. We are currently trading in this daily buy before the sell. So there's no it's not clear if the buyers and sellers are in control, so we are just ping-ponging in between supply and demand zones. What we can see though is that we are swing bearish, so this is the swing leg we are trading in, and this supply zone caused the break over here and left these highs as liquidity. So currently waiting for price to hit or reach this supply zone, waiting for the entry model, and I think we can then trade back into the demand zone before then going long again. And if either of the zones get broken, then there's a clear switch in order flow, and I think that we can then see a very impulsive move in either of both sides. So still monitoring that. Also GBP CAD looking good, swing bearish, has this supply zone open with the liquidity over here, so we can still see high probability shorts from this level. And finally, gold also still looking very good. Why? Well, we are swing bearish, but we can then trade the pullback from demand, right? So Fabio already discussed this level yesterday, but we didn't reach this level yet. We hadn't reached this level yet. We took out the liquidity, and we are now seeing the reversal. And I think we can trade back into the premium and also back into this imbalance within the market. So when looking on the lower time frame, we see we clearly reacted on this refined 1 hour demand, and we also broke the fractal structure on the 1 hour. So we could now see it tap back into this overall sell before the buy. But we could also see like a tap back into like a refined zone over here or over here, then wait for the entry model to happen, and then go back long into the highs or the previous day high or the imbalance within the market. So that's what I'm monitoring for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, make sure to drop them in the comments, and then I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye guys.